Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Hey, Deborah. Thank God y'all are showing up. Hey, Hibiscus. How are you doing? Oh, crap. It says there's a problem with the server. How are you doing? How's your hubby? Happy Friday, everybody. Before we get started and get to chit-chatting and stuff, we're just going to take a moment of silence for the Queen because we got, people from the UK that's friends with us. So let's take a moment of silence for her. God rest her soul. Okay. So prayers for her family. Hey, Sarah. Good morning. Y'all, it is not a good morning for me. My stomach is killing me. I was out of my Cymbalta yesterday, so I had to get the doctor to call some in. Sent Mark to get this morning because my head's been swimming. He brings it back to me, and it's only 30 milligrams. Like, what in the world are they doing there? Like, I take 60 milligrams, so I took 2 of them. And them capsule pills kill my stomach, so I got the antacid tablets here, taking them. Better. He will be moving to a rehab hospital sometime this week. Well, thank God. I'm glad that he is doing better. I know that's been rough on you. Praying for you, hon. Hey, preschool granny, good morning. So, guys, I was going to do the Black Widow murders, the Blanche Taylor Moore case this morning, and then I saw something about Harmony Montgomery's stepmother. An arrest warrant was issued. They've not picked her up yet, so I thought we'd take a look at that and talk about it. Then I saw something about Lori Vallow. I haven't read it yet, but it said the judge may allow cameras in court. Why the hell don't she want cameras in court? Oh, yeah, because her lawyer said people zoom up, on her face, and it might break what is that? A client attorney privilege? I don't think so. Look how many other cases has had cameras in court. Look, I got to get a Tums, y'all. Look at O.J. Simpson. I mean, everybody was watching that trial. There was cameras everywhere. Hell, when they announced the verdict, our teacher turned on the TV and let us listen to it. I was in 8th grade. Anyways, I hope y'all's having a good morning. Let's look and see what's going on with Harmony. Also, y'all, I found that little clip for the trolls, since, we're violent people here. Hold on a minute. I want you to listen to something before we get started.
Mother, I crave violence.
The clip I'm listening to, it's got a black cat and it's got its claws out. We crave violence here, y'all. Okay, we got a joke about the weirdos. Let's see what's going on. Oh, let me tell y'all what else happened to me yesterday. Y'all know I said I had to go buy a scholar and do a bunch of stuff. Well, I got in there in the bedroom. We got laminated flooring. So I swept it real good. And I mopped the bathroom back there next to the garden tub and the double sink. And then I sprayed some bleach cleaner on the floor because you can't put bleach cleaner in that Libman thing I got that you put cleaning solution on in and mop. So I sprayed it on the floor. And I went to get some. I don't even remember what I went to get. And I fell in the bedroom right on my bad knee. And I laid there for about 5 minutes. I was here by myself because it just freaking hurt. I about broke my knee. So, anyways, let's see what's going on with this weirdo bitch. Poor little Harmony. An arrest warrant has been issued for the stepmother, missing New Hampshire girl Harmony Montgomery, for reportedly failing to appear in court. According to WMUR 9, 32-year-old Kayla Montgomery failed to show up for a hearing in Manchester in connection with charges against her for allegedly lying to the government, keeping Harmony's benefits despite the child being missing. I'm telling y'all, she know that he done something to that child or she wouldn't have drawn benefits on it. I mean, if she really thought the child was with the mother, I think she wouldn't have drawn benefits on her, because when you put that Social Security number in there, it will show up out at the social service office if somebody else is already drawing benefits. I know. Hey, RNA, how are you doing? I know somebody got in trouble for that. Okay. The state made bail arguments in the past, and Miss Montgomery was held at Valley Street Jail for some time. Senior Assistant Attorney General Jesse O'Neill said, given the circumstances of the cases and the history here, the state felt that a request for a warrant was appropriate. Montgomery's attorney, Paul Garty, something other, said he hopes Montgomery will be allowed bail if she's arrested. Well, that's just a dumb statement. She didn't show up for court. What makes him think they're going to trust her again to bail out? Eventually, I expect she's either going to turn herself in or be picked up on the warrant, said the defense attorney. The court will then set bail, and hopefully that bail will be set that allows Kayla to remain free. If not, we'll continue forward with the case. Look here, buddy. They already let this weirdo bail out one time, and she didn't show up for court. I mean, they're not going to give her bail again. I mean, they might, but it's going to be set high. Remain free. Meanwhile, Harmony remains missing. Court documents released earlier this year indicate that police received a call from Harmony's biological mother, Crystal Sorey, on November 18, 2021, who claimed her daughter was missing. Sorey told police that Harmony's father, Adam, had physical custody of the girl and she couldn't get in touch with him. Crystal added she lost custody of Harmony in 2018 due to drug issues. Adam, according to Crystal, blocked her calls, blocked her from social media, and didn't allow her to speak to Harmony after Easter 2019. Well, somebody should have took action and rolled up with the popo. I'm just going to keep saying that because that's the way I feel about it. Adam Montgomery, who denied having any involvement with his daughter's disappearance, remains in jail on weapons charges. Officials announced earlier this year that Harmony was likely a victim of homicide. I believe that too, bless her little heart. Read more about her case here. There's just no way that this Kayla piece of crap didn't know what happened to Harmony. I do not believe that for 1 second. I don't believe it for 1 second. Well, if he really did tell Kayla, hey, I gave Harmony back to her mother, that shows what kind of person Kayla is. So she must not have loved Harmony because she didn't check on her or anything. Harmony lived with her. You would think that she would have some love and care for her, even though it's not her child. She knew. She knew what Adam done. And she continued to draw food stamp benefits on this little girl and her nowhere to be found. And I believe she drawed those benefits on Harmony because she knew Harmony was not with Crystal, her biological mother. Now, people should have took action a long time ago about Harmony. Where are the grandparents? Somebody tell me. Where is Adam's family? Where is Crystal's family? Why was no family members checking on this child? No grandparents or anything? And why the hell didn't they do something like the cousins, brothers, ever who it was, that knew Adam had been hitting on Harmony and stuff? Hey, if he had been at my house and said something like that, I would have called the police on him. It would have been over my dead body before he'd left with that child. And that's just the way it is. Everybody failed this child. I mean, she has been missing for years, y'all. What'd they say? Let me go back, because y'all know I get all manic over this stuff. 2018 or 2019, she's not been seen. Lord have mercy, it's 2022. And we didn't learn she was missing until what? Last November? November 18th, 2021. And so Crystal hadn't spoke to Harmony since after Easter 2019. Here's what they should do. They need to make some sort of law that if you've got custody of a child and you can't produce that child and nobody knows where they're at, they should be cuffed and stuffed. There should be some kind of law to charge them with something. Hey, Cheryl T. They knew it too, yeah. Her brother Jameson was the only one who deeply loved her, it seems, poor baby, yes. Now, her brother Jameson, he was adopted by this couple. They seem to be, pretty well off. One's a news reporter, I believe, if I'm not wrong. He does something like that. But the little boy was crying for his sister. So they wanted to track down Harmony and even adopt her because Jameson was crying for his sister. He loved his sister and she loved him. Isn't that sad, guys? Poor little feller sitting there crying for his sister. Nobody knows where he's at. I bet he's still crying for her. It's a damn shame. No way I could live knowing she was being abused. I don't know how they could sleep at night. Hey, I know, I don't understand about the grandparents because I guess because I'm used to dealing with my mom and my mom's right on stuff. She texted me, "Are you up for school?" Blah, 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 asking me a million questions. Actually, this morning I had my phone on Do Not Disturb and didn't know it. And I kept thinking, why is mom not text and ask anything about Tim Tom? So I picked up my phone and I saw she had been texting and calling. But anyways, I told her, I said, I started to text you and ask you why you hadn't checked on your grandson this morning. That's how normal grandparents are, right? Him and Harmony do have the same mom, I think. Now, I don't know who the dad is. I'm pretty sure Bama Cat. Now, if I'm wrong, somebody correct me. Let's see what else we can find out here. Let me stop screen sharing because I'm going to go click on this article down here. It says, read more about the case here. I'm going to have to light me a cigarette. I'm outside. Okay. Hold on. Let's get a cigarette. This stuff makes me damn nervous as hell, y'all. Talking about these kids, it just gets me all bothered. It's my new word, y'all, bothered. Same mom, different dad. Thank you, preschool granny. Okay. 2 years after missing New Hampshire girl, Harmony Montgomery. Over 2 years after missing New Hampshire girl Harmony Montgomery, police announced the 8-year-old's disappearance is now a homicide investigation. Okay, this was put out August 11th. In a Thursday afternoon press conference, the New Hampshire Attorney General confirmed police are investigating who murdered Harmony after new evidence obtained indicated that she was killed at some point in early December 2019. Now, the other day, guys, this might have been the article we was reading. The other day, we read that they found some kind of biological evidence that leads them to believe she was murdered. So they've got something. They just don't got enough to charge him right now and make it stick. Okay, let's see. Harmony was murdered in Manchester, New Hampshire in the beginning of December 2019. New Hampshire Attorney General John Formella said. So she was reported missing December 2021, although she has not been seen in years. She was reported missing in 2021, but she's not been seen in years. Court documents released earlier this year indicate that police received a call from Harmony's biological mother, Crystal Sorey, on November 18, 2021. Claimed her daughter was missing. She told police Adam had physical custody of the girl and she couldn't get in touch with him. I really, guys, I don't know how y'all feel about this. And I know some people can be rehabilitated, like they've got in trouble in their younger years, but they've straightened their life up and got a good life now. And that's okay for people to have custody of the kids that's done that. But I just don't see why a judge would give somebody custody that's got a rap sheet longer than my freaking leg, longer than my freaking body, probably longer than this freaking porch. Okay, Sorey added that she lost custody of Harmony in 2018 due to drug issues. Now, I'm not going to judge her for that. Crap happens. But, she should have took some action. Adam, according to Sorey, blocked her calls, blocked her from social media, didn't allow her to speak to Harmony. Well, she should have got her ass there to the house with the police. I'm sorry. I am not trying to bash her. I'm really not. I am just speaking what I feel, what comes up in my head, y'all. That's the way I feel about it. If I couldn't find my son, by God, I'd be there at the door. Hold on, I dropped my cigarette. I'd be there at the door with the damn po-po. and the social services. Let's listen to, hold on a minute. Let me screen share. We'll listen to this press conference. Let me take that YouTube down. I think when I pull YouTube up on here, it messes with stuff.
Since that announcement,
I had to listen to this. Let me mute.
members of
Let
my
me see if
office,
it'll even play.
members of the Manchester Police Department, leads.
It's not wanting to work for me, guys. Hold on a
All
minute.
of these efforts have led us to conclude that Harmony Montgomery was murdered in Manchester in early
Share
December of
audio.
2019. At this point,
Okay.
while Harmony's remains have not yet been located,
Can y'all hear
we
that?
do have multiple sources of investigative information, including just recently confirmed biological evidence that have led us to this difficult.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm going to have to play it from my phone because it's just wanting to mess
Today
up.
I am announcing that this is now officially a
And
homicide
I just don't got the nerves or the patience for it this morning. So just hold on a minute. I'm just going to play it from my phone because I didn't hear this. My stomach is feeling a little better. Drug issues or not. She neglected her child, Amy and Cheryl. I mean, you think alike. You know, I try not to bash these people too much. You know, the people that's not involved, but like, you know what I mean? Like, why the hell wasn't you at the door knocking on the door? I don't want to hear you didn't have a vehicle or nothing because you could get somebody to drive you. You know? Okay. Let me go to what I was reading here. It's just, these people just, you know, are ridiculous. Huh. Now on the phone, I don't see the video. Huh. Hold on, guys. Let me see. Oh, I pushed something else and went and read something else, didn't I? Oh, right here it is. Hold on. Bear with me. I pray that they find out what happened to this little girl. I mean, she deserves justice. I swear, Nancy Grace, they put so many ads on here. I mean, it takes like an act of Congress to get to anything.
We announced that then 5-year-old Harmony likely disappeared sometime between November 28th and December 10th of 2019. Since that announcement, members of my office, members of the Manchester Police Department, the U.S. Marshal Service, the FBI, and other law enforcement partners have been diligently continuing to work this case. In total, these agencies working together have devoted thousands of hours gathering evidence and pursuing numerous leads. All of these efforts have led us to conclude that Harmony Montgomery was murdered in Manchester in early December of 2019.
Poor little thing.
At this point, while Harmony's remains have not yet been located, we do have multiple sources of investigative information, including just recently confirmed biological evidence
They got
that
no
have led
now.
us to this difficult and tragic conclusion.
Probably blood evidence, guys, or something.
As a result, today I am announcing that this is now officially a homicide investigation, and that our investigators will continue to seek justice and look into the circumstances of Harmony's murder and search for her remains.
I don't want them to stop until they figure out what happened to her and who's responsible, but I know who's responsible. Adam Montgomery. I just glanced down at this article while we was listening to that, and it says the girlfriend told police that Adam never once talked about Harmony. Never once talked about her. Now, you know, if he was abusing that little girl, that the wife Kayla Montgomery knew. She had to have known. She lived in a damn house with them. He's making her scrub toilets with toothbrushes, standing corners, and all kinds of things. Here's a question I got. The baby that Harmony was supposed to babysit for this weirdo Adam, where is that baby? That baby get took because Kayla Montgomery damn sure don't need that baby. There's just no way that a kid can be physically abused in a house and somebody and their partner not know it. I just don't buy that. How could you not know someone was abusing a child? To be, Harmony had a black eye at one point because Adam punched her in the face and bragged about it to his cousins. Little piece of shit. Somebody needs to beat the shit out of him. Anyways, guys, let's hope that they cuff and stuff the girlfriend for not showing up for court. I know that's not like a big charge or anything. It's contempt of court here in Virginia. Here, they will hold you without bond if you miss court. They will cuff and stuff you, take you to jail, and you won't get bond. But you can get your attorney to file for a bond hearing and see if the judge, will consider giving you a bond. Because here, the magistrate sets the bond when you are first arrested. Like when they cuff and stuff you, they'll take you up there to the sheriff's office, to the magistrate's office, and she'll pull up your record and see what your new charges are and determine the bond like that. Hey, it's a crying shame. I hope he gets what is coming to him in prison. Me too. Me too. I don't got no sympathy for these freaking weirdos. Hey, if somebody freaking kills him in prison, I'm not going to cry about it. It wouldn't bother me none. I know I shouldn't say things like that, but look what he done to Harmony, beating on her and stuff. Her little girl, she couldn't see good either, guys. Them little glasses she had on. Bless her heart. What she must have endured at the hands of that son of a bitch and his weirdo wife. Just enrages me, y'all. It does. It gets me fired up. And I apologize for getting so fired up, but I just can't help it. These cases, they really touch my heart and stuff. Okay, let's move on from Harmony, and let's pray that they figure out where she's at. I pray that she's alive, but the police don't think she is. They found biological evidence. They could have found blood. They could have found, I don't want to say too much because she's a little child, but you know what happens when someone dies and they're just like left laying. Y'all know what happens. So let's go on to Lori Vallow. Y'all, I'm still in shock that Lori's son was arrested for sexual assault. I'm still in shock over that. Like, what is going on in this weirdo family? I thought he was all right. But no. And he admitted to it. It's not like we don't know if he really done it. Because according to the article, and Crime Online's pretty accurate with their facts. They're hardly ever wrong. But he admitted to it on a recording, and he admitted to it to police after he was read his Miranda rights. And allegedly, he sexually assaulted his wife. I guess they've been split up. He'd come over to watch TV with her. She said they started making out, and then she wanted to stop, and he wouldn't. Hey, married or not, I don't care how long you've been with somebody. If they say they don't want to do something, that's what it freaking means. Just because you're married to somebody don't mean you got the right to force them to have sex with you. Okay, let's see what Lori's did. Who's been curling this bitch's hair in court? Before she goes to court. See, I can't even talk. I get so upset, guys. I'm just so sick of these freaking weirdos. Look at that ugly witch. She got some eyeliner on. Girl, you need to get some Botox. You're getting some deep wrinkles in that forehead. That's what happens when you're evil. Even your appearance starts to change when you're just consumed with evil. Lori Vallow Daybell's murder trial. Defense wants cameras barred from court because of Zoom features. Well, the judge may allow it. A coalition of 33 news organizations filed a request Thursday arguing an Idaho judge to reject a motion to ban cameras from courtroom during the upcoming trial of Cort mom Lori Vallow Daybell. And I'm going to have to get a laptop before that happens because I want us to be watching it together and chatting. Vallow and her husband Chad are charged with murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and the deaths of Vallow's children JJ and Tylee, and Chad Daybell's first wife Tammy. Vallow is also charged with conspiracy in the death of her fourth husband Charles, just weeks before JJ and Tylee disappeared. Tammy Daybell died, and she and Daybell were married. She faces that charge in Arizona. In a filing late last month, defense attorneys argued that banning cameras was appropriate because one news organization repeatedly zoomed in on Vallow's face during a hearing on August 16th. What's wrong with zooming in on her ugly face? She probably just don't want people to see her damn wrinkles. Truth's known. And let's see. In a filing last month, defense attorneys argued that banning cameras was appropriate because one news... Okay, I didn't read that. The zoom in on the defendant's face was so close that the obvious intent of filming was not to listen to the arguments of counsel, but to gauge every facial expression of the defendant or her lawyers. That's what Jim Archibald and John Thomas wrote. Who cares? They zoom in on all the weirdos' faces when they're on trial. That's nothing new. God almighty, she got some idiot attorneys. The attorneys also said that the video cameras could be used to zoom in on notes written between Vallow and her counsel. Defense counsel would ask that since media has abused their privilege to photograph and record the proceedings in a fair and reasonable manner, that cameras be banned from the courtroom. She didn't treat JJ and Tylee fair, did she? No, she murdered them. An attorney for the news organization, however, argued that the defense claims are false and that technical staffers monitored the hearing feed to keep inappropriate information out. The public's confidence in the criminal justice system grows when the courtroom is open to all, including those who can't physically attend, Wright said on Thursday. We reject any claim that the media has failed to comply with the court's order balancing the rights of Miss Daybell with the transparency necessary to serve the public interest. Hey, the news is not going to do anything to jeopardize this trial. I can tell you that because everybody hates her. Everybody wants to see her hung for what she did. Chad Daybell too. I just want him to turn on her so bad. If he was a smart person, guys, he would turn on her because those kids' bodies were found on his property. I can't wait till he flips on her. I hope he does. She's still probably hopelessly, madly in love with that little fat piggy. Let's see. They suggest that still photography would be acceptable provided no Zoom features were allowed. An attorney for the news organization argued Fitz claims are false. Okay, I've read that. A hearing on the request to ban cameras is expected next week. Defense attorneys also asked Judge Boyce to send the conspiracy charges back to the grand jury because they were confusing and to send the entire case back to the grand jury so they can decide whether the death penalty is merited. Boyce rejected both requests on Wednesday. I love Judge Boyce. I'm loving him. Vallow Daybell are expected to be tried together, with the trial beginning in January. Y'all, my birthday's in January. And I'm just hoping and praying that on January 23rd, these two are sent to death row. It's going to be the most wonderful birthday present ever. Tylee and JJ will get justice. Evil bitch. I can't stand her, guys. I hope she rots in hell. I hope she splits hell right wide open. Let me get back to my live chat here. Everybody's live this morning. Hold on. Get my live chat back up. Hey, Clancy. I didn't see you, hon. I can't believe many involved in this aren't going to be charged. I'm convinced there's more murders and psychopaths are outside of prison and not in it. It's crime shame, yes. Yes, there's more people involved in this. And like I've always said, Melanie Gibb is no freaking hero. She lied to police when they called her and said, hey, JJ's mother said he's with you. Is he? And she's like, oh, he was, but I just sent him back to his mother. Then about a week later, she calls him and tells the truth. If it hadn't been for her boyfriend, what's his name, David Warwick or something, I believe he talked her into cooperating with the police. He was probably like, hey, this is a big thing. You could be in a lot of trouble. We could be in a lot of trouble. So I believe that's why she cooperated. But she was right into that cult stupid stuff, y'all. Because y'all remember that recording that we heard of Lori? It was before Joseph Ryan was killed, I believe, or died, found dead. They was doing one of their stupid cult meetings, and Lori was talking about the Bible says if he hits you once, if he comes against you twice, if he comes against you 3 times, you can murder him. And old Melanie Gibb was in the background, kicking it up and laughing. She was buying right into it. And don't y'all think it's funny? The last time JJ was seen, Melanie and her weirdo boyfriend was there at Lori's. I think there's a lot more people involved. No, and the niece, what's her name? Melanie Pawlowski. She's a freaking weirdo too. I believe she knew those kids was dead. And somebody actually tried to shoot at her ex, and they missed. And her ex-husband said that it was a man in the Jeep that Tyler used to drive that was still registered to Charles Vallow. And he said it was weirdo Alex Cox driving. Yeah. I always knew he was their hitman. When this story first broke and stuff, and we started talking about it, I always told y'all he was their hitman. And it's the truth. He was. There are no heroes in this case. Seems so dark and crazy. Yeah. The only heroes is JJ's grandparents demanding to know where he's at. You know, if they hadn't been good grandparents, it might have been a long, long time before anybody discovered that they was missing. It's just a crazy, crazy story. I still can't get over Lifetime has made a movie about it before the court cases are over, before the trials are over. That's so dumb. Prayers for JJ and Tylee's grandparents and family. I mean, this family, they're just one big bunch of weirdos. The only good ones out of it, JJ and Tylee, it looks like. And, of course, Kay and Larry. But I don't consider them Lori's family, you know. She's just an evil old bitch. She just like Susan Smith, y'all. Susan Smith. Lori was probably there when the kids was killed watching. Gave Alex the same thing they gave Tammy. Yeah, I don't believe that Alex died of natural causes. I don't care what the autopsy said. I mean, I really don't believe that. Part of me thinks, okay, so he died like, what, a day or two after they exhumed Tammy's body? I think like a day after. I think to myself, he could have got so stressed out because he knew they was screwed. The house of cards was getting ready to crumble. And he was in bad health. And he got stressed out and just killed over. I thought that's possible. But I think he killed himself some way. And isn't it weird? His stepson, because Alex had just married that weirdo woman. His stepson found him in the bathroom, right? And then that boy died sometime later, a few weeks later. See, Alex's wife, what is her name? It was the day after it's crime shame. Zulema told the cops that she really didn't know Lori. But Zulema's daughter told the media that Lori and Zulema were really close and they were both preppers. Hey, that's all right to be a prepper or whatever, but, you know, you can't be getting into all this craziness. I mean, if you think an apocalypse is coming, that's all right. I mean, but, you know, Getting all these other sick ideas in your mind about, you're a warrior for God with a sword and you got to kill people to get the demons out of them. Yeah, it's craziness. Very cold. Cold lady. Kills her kids gruesomely. Also her brother that did everything for her. Strange, sick people. I think Lori and Alex had a weirdo relationship. I mean, I'm not going to say like they were incest because I don't think they were incest, but they still had a weirdo relationship. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with being close to your siblings. They were too damn close, in my opinion. Zulema wrote about how God or whatever told her job on earth was to protect Lori. Oh, Lord. Yeah, Lori is like this, princess from another life. Come on, people. I wonder what she's thinking now. I often think about this. What does she think now that no apocalypse happened and she can't teleport her ass out of jail? I tell you what she's probably thinking to herself. Oh, they're doing me just like Jesus, crucifying me. That's probably what the weirdo thinks to herself. Freaking weirdos. I bet the grandmother's even a weirdo, if the truth's known. Okay, his daughter comes in here sometimes. She's a nice lady. And she's got a channel, I think it's called Difficult Research, where she covers this case. Too many people died in this tangled web. Well, the tangled web we weave when we first practice to deceive. Ain't that the way the saying goes? Let's see what else is going on, guys, because I saw a little kid commit suicide at school because they were being bullied, 8 years old. And I want to take a look at this. And I want to talk about bullies a little bit because there's quite a few here on YouTube. You can tell them you got mental health problems. They can listen to you for years, know what I've been through, and they still try to be mean to you and bully you and get you triggered. Pieces of crap. Yeah, I know we're on a public platform and stuff, but that don't mean that you got to be all mean and stuff when you comment. Just be downright disrespectful. I'm not putting up with it. I don't care if it's a damn public platform or not. I'm not going to let nobody talk down to me. I don't let them talk down to me in my real life, and I'm not going to do it on here. But let me find this. Because here's the thing, guys. You don't never know what somebody's going through. It's like I know Natasha Cooper over there. Now, I don't care for her, and I've got a lot of opinions about her, but I don't go over there and voice them because I'm just like, I don't got nothing nice to say. I just ain't going to say nothing. Because you don't never know what somebody's going through. Okay, here's the title. Kids can be so cruel. Bullied 8th grader kills himself at school on the first day back. God love his heart and family. People, you need to be teaching not y'all, but y'all know what I'm saying, just in general. People, you need to be teaching your kids how to act and treat people. I know I'm a little bit hot-headed and stuff like that, but I teach my son to be kind-hearted. If you don't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. You just don't go around being mean to people to make yourself feel better. My son has never been mean to anybody. He stood up for some kids that was being bullied with disabilities at school. I don't care if he gets in trouble at school or not when he's standing up for what's right. It's like I told him, don't ever start nothing, son. Don't take nothing. And don't just stand there and let somebody be mean to somebody else either. Look at him, bless his little heart. Mario. Timothy used to love that Mario Kart. Let me see if I can get to scroll. Go back up. It's not wanting to work right. North Carolina Middle School was shut down on Tuesday after an 8th grader died by suicide on campus. According to reports, WRAL reported that Wendell Middle School students were sent home after Austin Pendergrass, 13, died following a medical crisis on school grounds. Officials did not disclose where or how the teen died. Pendergrass family told WECT that he was bullied for the past couple of years. The signs were there, but the bullying, it was so bad Just teach your kids to be kind because kids can be so cruel, his mother commented. Oh, my goodness. I'm just not going to send my kid to any school where he's been bothered by other kids relentlessly. I'm just not going to do it. His aunt told WRAL, it's such a shame that my nephew had to encounter what he did going to school. The school failed him. According to the Daily Beast, Wake County officials are investigating the bullying allegations. I think that there should be a zero tolerance for bullying. I think there is zero tolerance at our school. Zero tolerance for bullying. If you are caught bullying someone, you are expelled from school indefinitely. This crap's getting ridiculous. There was another little girl bullied by some cheerleaders. She decided she was going to try to hang herself before the school year started so she didn't have to go to school and put up with them little witches. Her mother felt her hanging, got her down, called 911. She was on life support for about a week. And I saw that, she was took off life support and she passed away. But she was bullied by girls at school. She couldn't even walk down the street or anything for these girls, afraid that they would attack her. A bunch of snobby cheerleaders, which not all cheerleaders are like that and mean, because I was a cheerleader in school and I wasn't like that. It's just so sad. Prayers for his family. I mean, I hate to say this, but I wonder what he did to himself. Look, there's his 13th birthday cake. Bless his little heart. It's so sad. People, teach your kids to be good people. Too many people, I would kill somebody. Me too. What is up with the parents not staying on top of the principals when these children are being bullied? I don't know, guys. But I don't know about y'all. But Timothy is not going to no school where people's bothering him nonstop. Because I know how that can affect somebody's mental health. And I also know that sometimes kids don't want to even tell the parents if the bullying's being continued. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like the bullies I went to school with, I stood up to a bully at school. She's like, I'm going to kick your ass after lunch. I said, well, let's get it right now. I was scared of her, but I didn't let her know it. Guess what? She didn't want none. She didn't want to fight. She backed down, but she would go around and jump on people she knew that was afraid of her. I don't give her the time of day when I see her out. I don't care if that happened when we was teenagers or not. Those bitches probably still the same way. Hey, Britt, let's hit the topic that bullying starts at home. Yeah, Britt, you're absolutely right. That's what I'm saying. You teach your kids to be, kind people. Like somebody said to me the other day, this comment's really bothered me. They said, oh, lady your age talking about physical violence. You teach that to your kid? Hell no. Are you crazy? But I have taught my son not to take no crap from nobody. If somebody gets up in his face and is going to try to hit him, assault him, I want him to defend himself, not lay down on the ground and cower down. I've taught him, don't start nothing. Don't take nothing. And always be kind to people because you never know what they're going through. He's the type that there's a little boy in a wheelchair at school. He helps him sometimes if he can't get over something, he will help him. But it starts with these at home. The parents was probably bullies themselves. Just go around trying to be mean to everybody and think you can kick everybody's butt and make them do what you want. Like I said, I don't know about y'all. My kid's not going to school like that. I don't care if they take me to court or whatever they do. Because I get up there and tell the judge, hey, they're being mean to my kid in school, bullying him. That's bad for kids' mental health, y'all. Kids get depressed too. They got feelings and nerves. Imagine being a little kid and that little boy, 13, he's looked kind of small to me. Just imagine being that little and going to school and there's bigger kids picking on you, threatening to beat on you and stuff. How that would do your nerves. How miserable that would be. Every day of your life to have to dread to go to school and put up with these people. And the teachers and stuff don't do nothing about it. Don't do nothing about it. And their kids are brats and their kids are brats and can do no wrong. But if anybody does say anything to their kid, RNA, they'll be at your door knocking on it. Well, I got news for people. You do something to my kid, I'm going to be at your door knocking on it because I know my kid is a good kid, good-hearted. I mean, crap, he helps me move caterpillars out of the road. I mean, he's just really, really good-hearted. And he gets that from me. I know I'm more hot-headed than he is. But he gets that from me. I'm like that. I do have a good heart. Even though I can get a little ugly sometimes when people make me mad. Teachers are probably sexually abusing kids anyway. We just read about one yesterday. She was cuffed and stuff for messing with a kid 15 years old or younger. And they put her on house arrest. And he still come there to her house and they messed around. And, I've told my son about teachers like that. Because male teachers and women teachers can do that. And I told him, I said, for a teenage boy, it's normal, or a girl, to maybe think your teachers are cute or pretty. But what is not normal is for them to be attracted to their students or any child. I said, teenage boys may look at it like, oh, she's hot. That's a notch on my belt. I said, but in reality, that teacher is a sexual predator. They're not realizing that, because they're teen boys. I think that's like the 200th one this year. Yeah, and it's always female teachers lately. Used to, it was like male teachers, or I used to think in my head, oh, it's the male teachers doing it. There was a lot of female teachers that do that too. I mean, it's just, these people sick. I mean, we're talking about married women with children of their own being sexually attracted to teeny boppers, preteens and kids, like Mary Kate Letourneau. She was attracted to Billy since he had been in the second grade. She was his second grade teacher. And even back then in second grade, she would brag on him, talk about how he was, so mature for his age. And guys, he wasn't. He was no more mature than the other kids. Oh, he was so talented with his drawings and all this and that. He wasn't, guys. It was the second grader's drawings, just like every other kid. The reality is Mary Kate wanted to act like it was this Romeo and Juliet story, and it wasn't. She was a sexual predator. I hate she died of cancer. I hate it for her kids, really. But she was a sexual predator. Let's just be honest. Yeah, they ended up getting married and all this and being together for hell and ever until she died. But before her death, he was getting a divorce from her. I think after he got older, he probably realized what she done was not right. Even if he won't admit it to the media, he has to think that in his head. He's got children of his own now. Bullies have always been around. I was bullied and it was wrong. But kids nowadays are not afraid of repercussions. I think that it is a combination of parents and school officials who are at fault. Yes. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it starts at home. You're supposed to teach your kids from a very young age to have good manners and be kind to others. That is what I've taught my son. Still to this day, he is 15 years old. I took him a toaster strudel this morning. Thank you, Mom. Anything I reach him is thank you, Mom, or you're welcome. He has good manners. I taught him that when he first started being able to talk and stuff. And he's naturally kind-hearted too. But I don't know about y'all, but I teach mine to be kind-hearted, but don't let nobody run over you, because if you let them do it once, them bullies will keep coming back. That one girl that committed a suicide before school started, her mom was upset at herself because she's like, I feel so bad because I told her, you've got to stand up to them. And then she said, I shouldn't have said that. My baby wasn't a fighter. But, I don't fault her for that, because I've told my son that too. But in a case like that, when your kid's not going to defend themselves, I think you should jerk them out of school. I mean, crap, they got the K through 12 program where you can, teach the kids at home. They get on the computer. I just don't think you should let your kids continue to go back to a school where they are being harassed and bullied. That is detrimental to their mental health, to their confidence, everything. They don't even feel safe. Can you imagine how nerve-wracking that is to go to school every day knowing you're on that bus set, knowing that when you get on the school grounds, you're going to be harassed and bullied. Even if you do, though, when a mob of people or any group get together, they make rash decisions. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't think about that. A lot of them bully in a group. It's ridiculous. And I can't believe these kids, they will pick on kids with disabilities. You know what I mean? It just blows my mind that kids would do that. Like my son is the complete opposite. Like he will help the kids that need help that's in wheelchairs or whatever. You know, it's crazy. When my daughter was in school and they gave out Valentine cards to the class, I would not allow her to leave any child out. No, give them all the same thing. They would always be some girls in my class. They'd give their friends better things on Valentine's Day than the rest of the class. And really, the teacher shouldn't have allowed that. Everybody gets the same thing. Or don't bring any at all. But there should be zero tolerance for bullying. If you get caught bullying, your ass is out of school. Indefinitely. You can never come back. Go somewhere else. Really, these kids that are bullies, they got a lot going on in their mind. Mentally. Probably dealing with mental illness and stuff. They just don't got no raising. Some parents just, like that little boy out there in Detroit that went to school and shot those kids. And he was in the office before he done it. He had the gun in his backpack. They called his parents because they found some kind of drawing or something to come pick him up from school, and they wouldn't. They let him go back to school and to class, and he went and shot a bunch of people. Just got no raising. Parents didn't care. Left him home all the time while they was out bar hopping. One of the biggest reasons I homeschool, yeah, Britt. I wish I could homeschool Timothy, but he's in the 10th grade now. I wish, he wants to homeschool, but I want him to finish out high school because he doesn't have any problems at the school. He just he don't like to get up and go to school in the morning. It's that early. But I tried to tell him, when you homeschool, that doesn't mean that you can just do your homework whenever you want. You need a routine. You need to get up and do that stuff, just like you would if you was in school. That's what I've been trying to make him understand. Yeah, I'm blaming school 100%. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Prayers for his family. Bless his little heart. It gives me anxiety just thinking about all the anxiety and stuff he must have had every day. There was someone in here the other day that said their daughter, I believe they said daughter, had Down syndrome. And they were being bullied at school. Can you believe that? Does the school would allow that? Well, hell, a lot of these special ed teachers, they are mean to the nonverbal kids and stuff. I've seen it. Not all of them, but there are some. I've saw it on video and stuff. This one little girl, she was being abused. She was nonverbal. She couldn't speak. I believe she was in a wheelchair or something. And they was abusing her, screaming at her, smacking her, and she couldn't tell anybody. Somehow they got busted. I don't remember if the mom put a camera somewhere, a little spy camera or what, but it was on video and they got busted. Sick bitch. Hey, if you don't got patience and you don't got a kind heart, you don't need to be a special ed teacher or a teacher at all. Schedule is still important to homeschool. I know you can't tell Tim Tom nothing, Britt. He knows it all. He knows it all. Anyways, he's not a problem getting up and going to schools, but just sometimes he'll be like, I want to homeschool. He'll be saying it early in the mornings. And I try to tell him, hey, you still got to get up and keep a schedule. Just can't lay around be gaming all the time. Oh, him and his little buddies. Well, his little buddies come down here yesterday evening and they hung out underneath the tree over there, sitting at the table. They're pretty good kids. They really are. His two friends, their name's Cameron and Julian. They're pretty good boys. They don't smoke. They don't do anything. They just sit over there and chit-chat and look at their phones. In high school, I had a laparoscopic surgery. My ex-best friend knew that day back after surgery. She attacked me. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Sometimes people you was friends with in school are the ones that are the meanest to you. You know how it is in school, especially with the girls. You'll be friends with them and then you'll fall out or something. And those ex-friends can be the meanest. I broke her nose and I was the one expelled, which my stitches were tore open. She didn't get in trouble. See, that's bullcrap. See, like Timothy got in a fight last year. His first fight at school. And the boys started on him and Timothy whooped him. And they both got in trouble. But really, the boy that started the fight should have been the only one in trouble because I look at it like this. I mean, nobody's just going to stand there and let somebody beat on them, right? I mean, I think if you're defending yourself, you shouldn't be expelled. But I guess they didn't see the fight and all that. So they expelled them both for like 2 days. And you know what they told them? And it was over that little stupid girl. They told them if they got in another fight, they was going to call the police on them. That scared my son to death. That was last year. Now him and that boy are friends. But that girl was going and telling that boy stuff. And he had been on social media threatening my son for a couple months. And I didn't know it because it was like through that Snapchat and stuff. And then it finally came out after they got in a little scuffle at school. My son didn't get in trouble. I've always told him, you defend yourself, son. I don't give a damn what that school says. You will not be in trouble. You defend yourself. You don't let nobody beat on you. No, you're not supposed to resort to physical violence, but you're also not supposed to stand there and let someone beat the shit out of you either. Or try to intimidate you and make you cower down. They are charging the parents to take heat off of failed public schools. The public schools needs the shit find out of them. Don't give them no funding and stuff. They're going to allow this stuff to go on. I mean, that's what they hire these teachers and stuff for, to supervise these kids, right? And if you pay attention to your surroundings, you can see who's the troublemakers and who's the bullies and stuff. It's crazy. Well, guys, I'm going to have to get off here. Lady's scratching on the door, and I've got a bunch of stuff to do, laundry and stuff. Hopefully my daggone head quits swimming. That Cymbalta kicks in. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to quit taking that medicine, guys. They give it to me. They said they're going to give me Cymbalta for pain. I know it's for depression and stuff too, for my leg. But if you miss a dose or you can't get the stupid doctors to call in your refills, your head is swimming. This morning, it was rushing my head and heart. So Mark ran down there to the pharmacy, got my medicine. It was called in too late to get it yesterday. But anyway, so I took it. It wasn't even the right dose. They called me in 30 milligrams. That's what I used to take. I take 60. So I just took 2 of them. And I believe them capsules hurt my stomach to make 60 milligrams so my daggone head will quit swimming. I mean, I'm telling you, I believe some of this medicine makes people worse. It's just bad on you. I told my daughter she was not start a fight, but if she was hit, that she needed to finish. Exactly. That's what I told Timothy. I said, you defend yourself. You don't go around being a troublemaker, but you don't let nobody hit on you or bully you. You defend yourself. It don't matter if you get your butt whooped or not. You still defend yourself. Yeah. These people that have a problem with that, I mean, I don't understand. I mean, what do they think? You're just going to sit there and cower down to someone? That really annoys me. Because that's just not the way us Southern chicks roll. I know, but them girls are so nasty. I don't speak to them old bitches I went to school with that was nasty. I was on cheerleading squad with some of them, and we didn't jive together. I quit cheerleading. I couldn't handle them. They was mean, nasty bitches. I wasn't in their group. I made the cheerleading squad, but I wasn't in their group. I hung out with people that smoked and stuff, and, they just act like they was better than everybody else, and I can't stand that. I've never been able to stand that. I've always been nice and respectful to everybody, unless they disrespected me. That's the way I am. I treat people the way I want to be treated, unless they get smart with me. But I'm working on that, not to be so hot-headed when somebody smarts off to me. Yeah, they're nasty towards other girls. I mean, like that one girl I told the story a while back. Easter break, last day of school on a Friday. The boy used to sit beside of me, Eugene. He had glasses, stuttered a little bit, and he used to help me. He helped me a lot with my homework. One day, that Friday, Miss Edwards wanted us to do a group and name our group. His middle name was Cecil. Old bitch on cheerleading squad wanted to name the group Cecil. And I went freaking off on her because I knew she was making fun of him. Went off on her. Got took to the office after school. Miss Edwards asked me, Celeste, why'd you do that? That's not like you. So I told her. I mean, I snapped on her. And I didn't hit her or nothing, because she was around the other side of the big lab table, or she would have got her ass whooped. Then, anyways, it was spring break, Easter break. Eugene goes fishing that Saturday. The water's still cold. Goes fishing with his dad, who's elderly. Drops the tackle box over the boat. Bends over, pick it up out of the water, and he falls into the water. And he went down and hit his head, and he died. And then when we come back to school, she's all crying, wanting to go to the funeral and all that. And I told her ass off again. But she was making fun of him, and he got killed a couple of days later. Had an accident, drowned. They said what happened was he went down the water and hit his head and didn't come back up because the water was cold. Then 10 years later, there's ones in your DM trying to tell you their pyramids. I know. It's always them uppity up ones doing their freaking pyramid schemes. Selling them freaking leggings and all that other crap. I mean, I don't talk to people like that. If you was rude and stuff to other people or me in school, I don't talk to you. I don't got nothing for people like that because they've not changed. They've not changed. Maybe some of them, but I ain't got nothing for them uppity up people. I'm just regular me, Some of these people, girls I went to school with, they be driving their big SUVs around wearing they all wear baseball caps, their ponytails pulled through the back. I'm like, girls, take some time to fix y'all's hair. Driving around school, acting all uppity up, and I'm thinking, oh my God. Hideous leggings, I know, hideous leggings. Oh, CC ain't wearing them hideous leggings, big sunflowers and stuff all over them. Different stuff. I mean, when you're chubby, you ought to be watching what you wear. Anyway, some of these people do not look good in leggings. They'd look a lot better if they'd wear them a t-shirt with it or something. Now, I wear those yoga pants. I guess the same thing as leggings. Around the house with the pockets, but they're jet black. Black makes you look slimmer. I'm not wearing them other hideous leggings. Best revenge to a snotty cheerleader in high school is to go to your 20-year reunion and they look 10 years older than you. I know it. They was always jealous of me because they had better clothes and stuff and new cars and stuff, but people liked me better. I was popular. They couldn't stand it. I was popular and didn't even try to be. Yeah. People wanted me to run for homecoming. I didn't do it. I didn't want into that crap. I was rebellious, y'all. Exactly. I wear mine at home, nowhere else. No, I don't even hardly go out in public in those print. I mean, having a little cellulite on the back or something, Every now and then I'll wear them to the store. I have worn them to the vet before because I was in a freaking hurry. But they got pockets on them. They ain't got big prints on them. Just solid black. But I don't like to wear them out. I think that's just for around the house. Now, some people wear them leggings around and they got their damn sports bra on out in public. People like that, to me, they just want to be looked at. Like that family member of mine I was asking y'all's opinion about yesterday about wearing a thong bikini in front of the whole family, mother-in-law, father-in-law, teenage sons, everybody be gathered up down there at the lake, and here comes her in her damn thong bikini. I mean, she just wants to be looked at. I think that's very inappropriate to go around like that in front of your children, your big boys, teenage sons, and your mother and father-in-law. If you're going on a girls' trip or something, hey, to each their own. I'm not wearing no thong on the beach. I'm just not. Ain't no way. I think it's very inappropriate. I think people that do that want to be looked at. Like these girls on TikTok, they're always half naked. Even the older women on there in their damn lingerie, y'all. There's nothing wrong with older women trying to look good. But getting on there in lingerie and stuff, I mean, you just want to be looked at. Some of these girls' shorts, their cookies are hanging out. I mean, their damn cookies are hanging out. They just want to be looked at. That's awkward. Ooh, thongs are not for family, especially. I know it. My mom was telling me about it. She's like, what do you think? She got on Facebook. She was showing me some things. And I was like, I think that's very inappropriate. When I'm laying out in the sun, I always tell Timothy, I'm going to lay out. Don't come out there until I'm done. Because I just feel awkward, because my bikini top, it's I got big breasts and stuff, and he's my teenage boy. If I was in a one piece or something, it'd be different. But, I mean, I don't know. I just think you should be modest around like family and stuff when it comes to bathing suits and stuff. What's the point of wearing a thong around your mother and father-in-law and my Granny Betty there? Oh, Granny, she just thinks that's nasty. She wouldn't dare sit in a chair after a weirdo had been sitting in it with her butt hanging out. Yeah, and then they get mad when men stare at anybody else. Then they get mad about it. Well, stop advertising. Have some respect for your body. Now, there's nothing wrong with having some cleavage and tank tops and sexy clothes, but you don't got to show it all. Leave something for the imagination. I think it's sexy, just like maybe a black dress that's not short, maybe down to the knees, tight. You got some cleavage, not pouring out, but you know what I mean? Classy, but sexy. I mean, if I was a man, I wouldn't want a woman that advertised everything that they got. Even my son, he's like 15 years old, and he's like, I want a conservative girl, Mom. He said, I want a geek. He meant like a gamer like you. He's like, I don't want someone that wears short shorts and stuff like that all the time. Which I used to wear short shorts, but not to where my cookie's hanging out. I just don't feel like there's any time it's appropriate to wear a thong in public unless pants, shorts. Yeah, I don't think it's appropriate either. I don't think it's appropriate to wear thong bathing suits out in public. I've seen videos where people's being asked on TikTok to cover up and they get mad about it, posted on TikTok. It's like, I don't blame them. If I had little small kids around, I wouldn't want somebody walking around in a thong. I don't want somebody walking around thong in front of my son, him 15 years old. It's inappropriate. Inappropriate. Have some modesty, people. Be a little bit conservative with your body. Come on. Anyways, guys, Fat Baby Toodles, I love wearing PJs in high school. I just seen that comment. Oh, do y'all remember, did y'all have homecoming week where each day of the week, like one day was camouflage day, one day was Friday was usually spirit day, but they had PJ day, character day where you could wear like some kind of costume, Halloween costume. We used to do that for homecoming. I loved PJ day. You could wear your house shoes and everything. But anyways, I think I think football season is just starting, right? I've been hearing them out to the college. They've been having some games and I can hear them over the intercom. Yeah, Spirit Week. Usually homecoming week. I always loved that. I always went to the homecoming games too, especially when I was a cheerleader. But I quit cheerleading in like 11th grade. Yeah, 11th grade. I'd been a cheerleader since I was like in 3rd grade. Yeah, I was even a cheerleader when I went to Kentucky school. But anyways, I'm going to get off here, y'all. Y'all have a great Friday. Channel members, I'll see y'all tomorrow night for Ghost Story Night. I'm going to be on camera, get my makeup done and stuff. As I told myself yesterday, you need to be on camera once a week. I don't got time to be getting prettied up in the morning, so I try to do my makeup and stuff for the members' streams. Anyway, hey, Damaris, how are you doing? It's good to see you. God bless you, hon. Anyways, y'all have a great day. See some of y'all tomorrow night. Be safe, be kind, peace. Thanks for your support. and teach your kids not to bully.